All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, Get Back Up and Keep Going, all right? It's going to be entitled, Get Back Up and Keep Going. Now, I got aspired to do this lesson because the past few days, I've been sick, and it hit me really hard. At first, you know, I felt it when I went to work a few days ago, and it seemed like it wasn't going to be that bad, you know, because I went home, I did my regular routine, made my tincture, and everything like that, took care of myself, and then, you know, it seemed like it was going to be all right. But, you know how that goes, man. I could, you know, you probably can still hear it in my voice now, but it ended up hitting me a little bit harder or whatever. So the past few days, I've just been pretty much just laying it down, just getting myself back together. And, you know, I'm getting back to where I need to be. But, you know, I always feel bad when I don't upload any videos. I know it's been a few days, so forgive me for that. Salakia for that. But, you know, now that I'm able to record and stuff again, you know, I'm about to get right back on it. Because whenever I don't upload a video or do anything, man, you know, I feel bad. And we always should feel like that because we're trying to be part of the elect. I literally ran into the brother Kazak from Mississippi. He made a video titled, What If You're Not Part of the Elect? And then at the beginning of his video, he was like, the answer to that is just to keep teaching. He said, just keep teaching, because that's the only way, really, you can make it is by showing your diligence. And that's what the scriptures say, make your calling and election sure, you know, by us showing your diligence. You got to be diligent, man. You got to really get into this thing, no matter what. All right? Because a lot of people out here are not repenting. And I'm just speaking about our people. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, a lot of them are going to stay in the world. At least we're trying not to be in the world. And that's the point. You know, we're not trying to be in the world. We're trying to make sure that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai looks at us with a smile on his face. And that's why the scriptures say, store those spiritual receipts, those treasures in heaven. All right? You can read about that in the New Testament. You're supposed to keep doing what you're supposed to do every single day, so then when all hell breaks loose, he can he can cash in those receipts, so to speak, all right? And he can give the orders to the angels to protect you, and then at the end of it all, beam you up into the chariot, so then that way you won't get caught up in this judgment that America is about to receive, all right? So, like I said, now that I'm able to at least speak a little bit, you know, I'm at least do whatever I can to upload videos. And like I said, we all should feel like that whenever we don't do anything. You know, you got certain brothers out here that's believers. You know, not all brothers are teachers, but at the end of the day, you still got a mission too. You got a mission too. You got a mission to make sure that you stay in this truth. Repenting every day, following the law to your best abilities, building yourself up within the faith. But like you know, like all the brothers say, but if you a man and you come across this truth, and you know the Spirit comes upon you to teach, man, you got to go out there and do it, man, because the scriptures tell you that you can't come across this truth and not tell anybody. Just like it says in book of Matthew, I believe, where if you come across this truth and you store it in a napkin, you know the Lord is not pleased with that. It's like you pretty much got the truth. You put it up for yourself. So that, by the way, so by the time, you know, it's time to cash that in, you're like, yeah, I got the truth. I got the truth. But the Most High was like, but you didn't try to bring in any other fruit. You didn't try to do anything. The scriptures tell you that you got to use your gifts to your best abilities. The scriptures tell you that whatever gift the Most High gave you, you got to keep using that every single day. Salakia, that could be you making posts on social media. That could be you doing these videos. That could be you going out on the highways and the byways. You know, there's certain people that make TikToks. and everything like that. There's certain people that's on, whatever, they just got whatever gift that they have, and, they help bring people in. So whatever gift that you have, you got to keep using that. Keep doing that, so then that way you can bring in whatever fruit that is. The scriptures tell you that we're responsible now that we came across this truth. We can't hide this truth, and we can't keep this truth to ourselves. Like it says in the book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, it tells you that if you don't go out and give the warning, the blood is going to be upon your hands. Point blank, period. And the Most High is a man of his word. He like, look, if you don't warn these people after I gave you this truth, he like, you going to be done for too. Because you gotta really think about the seriousness of the whole situation. We literally came across this truth and realized that we're the chosen people. We're about to get the kingdom. We're about to get new bodies. We're about to finally be on earth with our Lord. We're finally about to get up off of these curses. Which, I can't wait, because being sick is part of it. Can't wait for that to be over. But at the end of the day, he also told us that America's going to be destroyed. Jacob's trouble is going to start. All kind of things. You come across something serious like that, you can't just say, oh, okay, well, I'm good. No, man, if you see somebody walking across the street and a big-ass truck is getting ready to hit them, you're going to yell. You're going to be like, hey, get out the way, get out the way. That's what you're supposed to do with this truth. Like the scriptures say in the book of Isaiah, lift up your voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions. So at the end of the day, you're always supposed to be ready and eager to do this work. You're supposed to be ready to teach, apt to teach, like the scriptures say. You're supposed to be ready to do this. You're supposed to want to do this. This should not be a thing where you wake up every morning and be like, I got to do the work. If you got that type of spirit on you, more than likely, you're not part of the elect, man. This is a passion now. This is your woman now. This is who you take care of every single day. All right? So I'm going to keep this pretty short because I'm almost at the plantation. And, like I said, as soon as I get back 100%, and I'm going to do longer videos and all of that. My nose over here stuffed and everything, but whatever. I ain't complaining. It is what it is. You go through stuff. But I'm going to end it right there. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstones I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word to the four corners of the earth with their truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazat, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala, keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.